Good morning, Big Brother fans. It is Tuesday, June 29th. We're 7 days away from the premiere of Big Brother USA Season 23. And I'm doing a mostly quick car cast this morning to talk about both Big Brother USA, a little bit about the Big Brother Gossip Show, and a little bit about Big Brother Australia. And I'll cover that all in probably less than 10 minutes because I have to do something with work within 10 minutes. So I got a hard out, as they like to say in some circles. All right, so Big Brother 23 starts in 7 days. We still do not have a house that we've seen. We haven't seen what the house looks like. But look, it's going to be, how much can you change the house? How much are they even going to try to change the house? It's just decorations. It's just a background. I don't anticipate being majorly, oh my gosh, look at this amazing house this year kind of a thing. So there's that. We have a cast that we don't have yet. I would say that the cast is now locked in at this point. If you're listening to this, you're probably not going to be on Big Brother 23, including a lot of people who have been for fun pretending they are going to be, or joking that, oh, look, gotta go. Hey, look, I'm doing this. Yeah, no, the people that are really going to be on it are not talking about it in any way, shape, or form. So, we'll find out the cast. I don't know. People are saying tomorrow. I know we're going to find the house first. That's all I can say. Once we have a house, then I'll worry about getting a cast. Once we reveal the house design, then I'll worry about getting a cast. However, the premiere was the reason I wanted to touch bases on this morning briefly, and that is speculation that the premiere might not be actually live on Wednesday. Now, I believe the house guests are going to enter the house next Wednesday, but I have started to raise my own personal doubts about whether it will actually be live as it happens, or if it may have been recorded earlier in the day and then they show it that night. So there's absolutely no reason why they couldn't have the house guests enter the house, say, at 1 p.m. Big Brother time, which would be several hours before the show premieres, and then they do a very quick edit if necessary and throw it up and pretend that it's live. The house guests aren't going to necessarily have any concept. They may know time of day, but they're not going to say anything, at least during the show. Julie certainly wouldn't say anything. They have done live shows in the past and shown them the next day and pretended they were, actually live. So there's no reason that they couldn't do that, and no reason that they wouldn't do that. So I'm kind of thinking they may actually record the show, do a very quick edit if necessary, and then throw it up for broadcast. Now, they may do it live, but there won't be a way to tell. I did go and watch last year's season premiere, which was, in theory, a live entrance show. And the only giveaway that I thought would be if there was shadows in the background, in the backyard, you could tell that it was later early in the day if there was long or short shadows. But guess what? As I decided I was going to check it out, I thought, yeah, you know what? They light up the backyard bright enough. They don't like shadows. And so there will be no shadows in the backyard. And sure enough, you couldn't tell that the backyard was even open to the air. It was just kind of a general lighted backyard. You couldn't tell. It could have been an indoor studio because there was no shadows to be seen. So I'm not anticipating being able to tell that from the video quality on next Wednesday. We may get a hint at it when the house guests talk later when the feeds go live, if they talk about, well, we've been in the house for 6 or 7 hours when they only should say 2 or 3. I kind of doubt that happens too, though. I mean, if anyone thinks to ask it once the first house guest gets evicted, we may find out then, hey, how early did you guys go in? Or was it immediate? Was there a big gap between when you went in the live feeds, or was it, only a couple of hours? So if anyone wants to ask a house guest that when they get evicted, we might get an answer that way. All right. So that is my current take on Big Brother because there just isn't anything to talk about yet. I can't wait for the day that I post this, and as soon as I post it, the house gets are released, and I go like, well, that's all old news. It'll happen. I don't think it'll happen today. I think we're going to get a quiet day. I think Love Island cast is getting released today, and my guess is that CBS isn't going to want to overload the news cycle with multiple things, so that would make sense that today would not be a day to announce anything for Big Brother, since Love Island is getting a bit of a hit to the news, or a bit of a bump in the news today. All right, so that's the Big Brother 23 news. The next topic, which will be fairly quick, is the Big Brother Gossip Show. All right, so there will not be a Big Brother Gossip Show this year. How's that for getting just right to the heart of it? I've already tweeted about it this morning. I addressed it very briefly on a YouTube Live that I did last night. I'm still trying to find a substitute for Periscope, so I tried YouTube Live last night. And I did announce it there, or answer someone's question there, because someone asked me, they'd heard it on the Day Drinking Show with Scott and Colette, because Scott and Colette announced it on Friday. So in my little post that I put on BigBrotherGossip.com this morning, or late last night, I explained that I decided, really, probably back in November, December, January, somewhere for sure, that I was like, I just can't do it again this year. I can't do another season of Big Brother Gossip Show. The amount of stress, the fun had kind of been sucked out of it the last couple of years, and that's what I wrote. And so I told Scott, about a month ago, that I just didn't want to do it this year. Me personally, I said, you can do it. You guys go ahead and do it. You'll get my full support. I will even make the images, that they put up. I'll even do that if you give me a little advance warning. I'll do it ahead of time. I'll tweet about it. All this kind of stuff. And that's where I left it. And I said, you guys just announce it when you want. And they announced it on Friday. But unbeknownst to me, to be honest, I didn't know they weren't going to do it at all, which is what they announced on Friday. So Friday came the announcement, and Scott told me about it. He said, we announced that we're not doing it. And I'm like, okay, so there will not be a Big Brother Gossip Show. And I've already, and Scott and Colette cited their own reasons. You can listen to their Day Drinking cast if you want to listen to them explain it, or maybe they'll tweet about it, but don't pester them. I'm just saying, I'm not going to try to put words in their mouths. I've explained my reasoning in more depth in my post on BigBrotherGossip.com, so you can check that out. And that's that. Nothing else is changing in my life. I am still going to be talking. I'm still going to be doing this every day pretty much during Big Brother. Maybe not on weekends, but every weekday I will be talking about Big Brother. I will be tweeting about Big Brother. I'm still going to be watching the live feeds. I'm still going to be doing everything I've done before. Once I figure out what I'm going to use instead of Periscope, I'll still be doing the drive home videos when that's still going to happen. I'm just not going to be spending most of my Saturday, especially Saturday evening, in my basement talking about Big Brother. I'll just be occasionally tweeting about Big Brother and doing stuff a little bit differently. It's going to be a different thing, but I've done Big Brother. I've talked about Big Brother, discussed Big Brother since Big Brother 1. I've done the podcast since Big Brother 14. And so actually I've done 13 seasons of Big Brother before there was a podcast. So not doing a podcast, at least this year, is, not, it's got to be the new old. How's that? So I just wanted to talk about it very briefly before, and then just move along. And I said, I posted a comment on BigBrotherGossip.com, and tweeted briefly about it. And so there you go. I really appreciate all the fans. I know it. This decision, now here I go talking about it more, but I'm going to wrap this up. This decision was not an easy one for me. And I told Scott when I talked to him about this, that, I really sucked because I knew I was disappointing him, as far as, because it's his baby. Scott's the one who came up with Big Brother as a podcast. That's his thing. And so I knew that me dropping out of it was going to make his and Colette's life difficult. And of course, I didn't know they were going to stop doing it. But at the time, I was just like, I know it's going to, I'm kind of leaving you guys in a bit of a lurch, but I would have supported whatever they decided to do. All right, so I'm going to go round and around, and I'm going to stop it now. Just know that's, it wasn't easy, and I also not happy that I'm disappointing a bunch of people who have been saying, I look forward to it, can't wait, and the whole time I'm going like, I know, but you're not going to like what I'm going to have to say. So I apologize to all of you too, but I know also that most of you, if not all of you, completely understand some of at least my personal reasoning. So, all right. I have very limited time to talk about Big Brother Australia. Big Brother Australia ends tonight, or it's actually probably ended now. It's probably over, but no spoilers, please, folks. I'm not going to watch it till probably this evening, so I'm going to try to avoid any spoilers, and which shouldn't be too hard, because there aren't a ton of people watching it that are on my timeline. But knowing me, I'll probably accidentally catch it. I really got to just stay away from Twitter until tonight. And I may do that. We'll see. It's enjoyable. It's fun. I've enjoyed it. I was a bit surprised with last night's episode. So last night's episode was a bit of a rewind, a bit of a recap. It was a rehash of who's been on. I mean, look, all they had to do was have a competition and evict one person. They were down to 4, and they were eliminating one. And so all it was have a competition, and the winner of the competition got to eliminate one of the other 3, to get it down to a final 3, because that's how they're doing their final. And I was just, I was kind of surprised. I didn't, even though I kind of thought I knew who was going to go, and then I was kind of surprised. So, yeah, it was a good episode. I enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to tonight's finale. And, I don't know. Hope you guys are enjoying it too, those of you that are watching it. But that's all I got to say, because I'm at work, and I got to go. Thank you all for listening, and supporting me. And I appreciate it. And as I said, those of you that are now going back to the podcast, I'll talk about that later. At some other point, I'll talk about other things. I know I'll talk about this again at some point. I'm done talking. Got to go, Mike. Got to go to work. Yep. See you later. Take care, everybody. Bye.